Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Wildcat country, roaring and getting ready for some Section 9 varsity boys basketball. I'm Landon Komorski. Joining me is Bobby Mosier. Bobby, how do you feel about the game?
Obviously, when you look at that Minisink Warriors stat sheet, the first thing you see is the glaring 0-14 record. Obviously, that is not good at all. But as I always say, record isn't everything. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what we think.
All right, Bobby, you think the game is going to be closer, but how will Warwick win? What are the three keys to victory for the Wildcats tonight?
My first key to victory for the Warwick Wildcats is to stay consistent. Warwick has to play their way of basketball through all four quarters. It takes a lot of effort from all the players to do this, but it is a key for a Wildcat victory. My second one is setting the pace, kind of piggybacking off of my last one, but a way to play their style of basketball is to set up how they want the game to go. Whatever they want to do, they have to do it early to improve their record. My last one, Landon, is use the momentum they gain from setting the pace to win the game. This goes beyond what's on the court. The bench and the crowd need to have passion, so the Wildcats on the court can use that to their advantage and find a way to win.
All right, Bobby, you mentioned those keys to victory, but who is the key player for tonight's game?
My key player for the Warwick Wildcats is Jake Costco. The big man in the middle is the workhorse of this team, a key contributor on offense and an anchor on defense. His efforts tonight will be crucial for the Wildcats.
All right, Bobby, I'm going to look out for Jake Costco tonight. But folks, don't go away because we're right away from tip-off.
Mike Rowe on the student organization known as Skills USA.
Well, everybody talks about high unemployment. It seems to me that the real problem is the skills gap. There are opportunities available, millions of them. Skills USA is on the front line. They're encouraging soft skills and specific skills. They're the connective tissue in between the opportunities that exist and the hopes that a lot of parents and kids have for their own future.
Learn more at skillsusa.org and microworks.org.
Skills USA, champions at work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at our announcers table for some Section 9 varsity basketball. I'm Landon Komorski. Joining me, of course, is Bobby Mosier. Bobby, how are we feeling?
Well, Landon, I'm very excited to be back here in the gym to watch some premium basketball.
Yeah, I think premium basketball is a really good way to describe it, you know. Warwick, when you look at their record, they're 8-5. You know, the players I've talked to, they've known that they can, you know, their record doesn't really reflect how they play. I mean, their last game, I believe it was against Pine Bush, and they were up for all three quarters before, you know, unfortunately taking the loss. So, you know, the record doesn't always reflect this squad. I think this is a good team, and, I mean, 8-5 is good. You know what I'm saying? 8-5 is really good for a team. So, you know, you do not want to have that sort of mentality where 8-5 is a bad record. You're way above 500. You know, in terms of the section, they are 2-5, I believe. Their
Something like that.
Their record is pretty rough in this section, but it's nothing to be worried about. This is a section game right here. Minisink is 0-7 in the section. You know, so it's one of those things where like you can't let that shake you.
Yeah, and obviously Minisink is 0-14 overall, so Warwick, their mindset in this game should really be to dominate this game, to build some momentum to go into their next, you know, few games and then build off of that, keep going. You really always want to have positive momentum going into the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Coach Mackey talking it up with his starters right now, you know. As we do get ready for the tip-off, let's take a look at the starters. You know, Sirico just announced them, but just before tip-off, let's take one last look. At our guards, we got Sean Perez, Aiden Ward, and Quinton Luciaga. And at our forwards, we got Daniel Lupkovich and Jake Costco. Those are our starters for tonight's game. Bobby, how do you feel about those?
I think, obviously, Coach knows what he's doing, so the way he picks the starters, he knows who gives them the best chance to win, but obviously there's a lot more guys on the bench that are going to come right off the bench and play well as well.
Warwick won the tip-off. Perez now with the ball over to Luciaga. Now over to Ward. Now over to, I believe that, yeah, it's back to Perez. Back to Ward now. Ward looking to drive inside. He takes the layup. Just bounces out there. Fight for the rebound. The Warriors couldn't come down with the Luciaga got it. Now it's still a loose ball. Now Perez dives on it, and I believe that's going to be a jump ball.
That's a great way. The first play, you always want to come out swinging, like metaphor in baseball, but like that physicality is what we want to see all game from Warwick.
Yeah, you know, we talked about, you know, setting the pace early, and this is exactly what you can do to set the pace early. As Barry's now with the ball, giving it back over to Krapinski. Now it is over to Ianazuni, guarded by Luciaga. Back over to Korupski. Shot clock winding down now. Only about 15. Korupski shot a big three there, no good. Perez got the rebound. Perez now pushing it down court to Luciaga. Luciaga picked up his dribble too early. Back to Perez. Over to Ward. Now to Lupkovic. Now it's back to Ward. Now it's back to Perez. Hot potato with the ball. Over to Luciaga now up top to Ward. Now to Luciaga in the corner. He drives inside to Lupkovic. Outside to Perez. The mid-range jumper. No good. Costco got the rebound. Back to Luciaga. Now over to Ward. Ward the three. No good. Fight for the rebound. The Warriors come down with it. It is, I believe that's Morosco on the rebound. Up, stolen there by Perez. Perez all the way down court to Lupkovic for the layup. And we got our first points of the night. Daniel Lupkovic on the layup.
Great pass by Perez there, throwing it like a quarterback right to Lupkovic, and that's a great bucket.
The Warriors now on the offensive side. Iannuzzi with the ball. Now over to Morosco. Guarded by Ward. Driving inside now out to the corner. Lupkovic is all over that. But Korupski gets the ball. Now the shot, no good there by Morosco. Got the offensive rebound, but I believe Costco was there on the block, and it's staying with the Warriors.
Obviously not a great shot. Looked like a pass there from Minisink. It worked out as a pass, even though it wasn't, but that was also great physicality. Right on the ball, right when he caught it by Warwick.
Iannuzzi now on the inbound. High up top. Back court to, that is Korupski now. Over to Iannuzzi again. Now inside to, it looks like a Barry trip there. He was guarded by Costco, and they're going to call that a travel.
Yeah, definitely a travel. You can't hold the ball while not dribbling. Like I said, you can't hold the ball and be running. Even though he did fall, he still was pretty much moving without dribbling.
Perez now with the ball in his hands. Big, really good point guard Perez is. Now over to Ward. Corner to Luciaga. Back up top to Ward. Back to the corner to Luciaga. He drives in, throws it back up to Ward. To the wing now to Perez. To the corner now is Lupkovic. Lupkovic back over to Perez. Driving inside, loses the ball. Stolen there by Korumski. Now it's Morosco with the ball. Over to Iannuzzi. The three rattles out. Perez got the rebound there. Good hustle. And that's going to be a turnover on Warwick.
That's really unfortunate to see there from Perez. You saw the great rebound, and then it was a good pass decision, but he just couldn't deliver it the right way.
The score is 2-0 with 5:10 remaining. Iannuzzi inbounding the ball for the Warriors. That is over to, Iannuzzi has the ball now. Korumski was on the inbound. Now he has the ball. Inside now, free ball. Lupkovic is the one that goes down with it. Over to Luciaga now. He's going inside on the fast break. And the layup plus the foul.
Great physical shot there from Luciaga. He knew that he was going to take some contact, but he did it anyway to make the basket.
Timeout called there, I believe.
And now he's at the line. Could add on an extra point to that.
I think the Wildcats did some subs there. Kind of threw me off a little bit as we see Semanovic come in the game. He's actually a freshman, I heard. So, freshman on varsity, he's destined to be a baller. Luciaga, the free throw, it's good to make the score 5-0 with 4:52 left in this first quarter.
You always want to see your guys making the free throws, and right there, starting the team off well, 1-for-1 on free throws. Can't complain.
Morosco with the ball over to Oliveira now. Now back to Morocco, who's guarded tightly by Lupkovic. He's looking to work inside on him. To the corner now to Downing. Now back to Oliveira. Passes it outside the three-pointer by Iannuzzi's no good. Rebound Lupkovic. A high risky ball there, and Iannuzzi came down with it. He tried to draw the charge there, and he does. A great foul, but a great call there.
Yeah, we all saw that right away. Lupkovic knew what he was doing. It worked out. That was a great heads-up play by Lupkovic to draw the foul.
Semanovic now doing the inbound.
Lupkovic took that like a champ.
Absolutely. He did the inbound, gave it to McAuliffe, and got the ball back. Now it's over to McAuliffe. Back to Semanovic. In the corner to Luciaga. Top of the key to Costco. Over to McAuliffe. Now back to Miller in the corner. Inside to Costco. Out to McAuliffe. To the corner. To Semanovic, a three. No good. Rebound by Costco there. Costco puts it back outside. He's got the three. Couldn't get that one to haul in. Miller now fighting for it. Layup no good. Another fight for the rebound, and it's going the other way.
That shot by Costco. The defense was like, oh, it's a center. We don't have to worry about him shooting from three, but he's going to take that every time you give it to him, and that's a good look. I expect him to keep shooting those shots.
3:44 left in the first quarter. Barry on the inbound. Now over to Oliveira. Working against McAuliffe now. Finally crosses the court. Back over to Iannuzzi in the corner now. Now over to, I believe that is Morosco. He's working against Costco. Fighting for the ball. Now over to Iannuzzi at the wing. Inside now to Barry, and they're going to call a foul on Costco there.
You know, Minisink looked like he had the shot, but then he couldn't haul in the pass 100%. So by the time he was ready to shoot, it wasn't open anymore. So he dished it out, and just some back and forth passing, and Costco got a little too physical there.
Micah Jean subbed into the game for the Wildcats. Semanovic now in coverage against Iannuzzi. He takes the layup, but it is sent back.
That is a great block, because you never want to, let him get a free shot, and he was not letting him. He came in, got all physical with him, slapped that right out of bounds.
Sent that right back into the inbound as now Barry gets it working inside against Costco. A miscommunication there on the pass, and it's going the Wildcat way.
Yeah, there's nothing you could say about that one except for some miscommunication.
Jean on the inbound, looking to give it to Semanovic, and, quick inbound pass. Of course he does. 3:05 remaining. Over to Luciaga now. Luciaga screened by Jean to the corner to McAuliffe. Now he gets the ball back. Over to Semanovic. 24 on the shot clock, 2:55 on the game clock. Back to Semanovic. He's looking to drive inside. Now to the corner, the three by Luciaga, no good. McAuliffe gets the rebound there. Back to Luciaga, who just shot the three. Looking cross court to Semanovic, and he gets it. That was a bit of a harsh foul there by the Warriors.
Yeah, they saw that ball flying in the air, and they just wanted to take it right from Warwick, but it didn't work out that time.
Yeah, that was Oliveira there on the foul. The part about that sucks the most is it resets the shot clock and, of course, stops the game clock.
That's huge.
So Luciaga is going to be inbounding to Semanovic. They took advantage of not getting a backcourt violation there. 2:30 on the game clock now. Back to Luciaga. Screen set by Costco. He pops on it to McAuliffe in the corner. No good there. Rebound there by Oliveira, who just got the foul. He's looking to push the pace. Guarded by Jean. Now over to Karumsky. Back to Oliveira. Corner now to Morosco. No good. Luciaga gets the rebound. He goes cross court to Semanovic. He shoots the layup. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Barry was able to haul it in. Now the Warriors are looking to push the pace again. They're going to call a travel there on Karumsky.
Yeah, it looked like his plant foot might have skidded a little bit too far. The ref saw what he saw, said it was a travel.
Unfortunate there for the Warriors. I mean, they just had back-to-back possessions and resulted in no points. With 1:50 left in this first quarter, Lupkovic is back in the game, and he's back with the ball in his hands. He's looking to work against the Warriors, but found Luciaga there on the pass. Now over to Lupkovic again. Back to Luciaga. in the corner now to Semanovic. He's driving. He's taking the pull-up midi. No good. Costco got the rebound, though, and he makes the put-back layup to make it 7-0.
2 guys on Warwick there. Would have been bad if they started fighting for the ball, but they didn't.
Morosco now with the ball. Over to Karumsky. Bounce pass to Barry. He's looking to work against Costco. Now it's to the corner to Downing. No good there. Fight for the rebound. Morosco came down with it. He beat Lupkovic, and Costco's going to get called for the foul there.
Looked to me like he was about to go up for a dunk, and then he realized he didn't have it with Costco bearing down on him, but Costco just did a little bit too much there again.
I don't think you can dunk on Costco.
I don't think so either.
That's going to result in Morosco being at the line for 2 free throws. First shot just rims in to put the Warriors on the board for the first time with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, that's big to get your team started, even though it is a free shot. It's not always guaranteed, so it's good to see Minisink making them early.
Yeah, I meant to say 1 minute and 3 left in this first quarter. You know, if they had 1 point in the whole game, that would have been bad. But Vreeland subbed in. The second free throw, no good by Morosco. Semanovic gets the rebound. He's looking to work against Morosco, but now it's back to Lupkovic. Over to, I believe that's Barnett. Lupkovic now to the corner to Semanovic. Tip pass there. Good defensive play by Morosco. Oliveira looking to work now. Lupkovic tried to swat the pass against Morosco. Vreeland now has the ball. Semanovic fighting for it, and that's going to be another jump ball, but I think it's going to go to the Warriors.
Savanovic saw that ball kind of looking out free, and he tried to swat it, and then that resulted in the ball hitting the ground. 2 guys went down, tried to get it, results in a jump ball, but you love to see the physicality.
It does stay with the Wildcats. We got 28.8 remaining left in this first quarter. The Wildcats are up by 6. It is 7-1. Semanovic now has the ball. There's no game clock, so they could look to chew it here, but the Wildcats call a timeout.
Obviously, Warwick is winning by a small margin early. First quarter almost over, but it looks like it's going to be a defensive game. 7-1 could end that way at the end of the first quarter. So Coach Mackey wants to try to use this opportunity to get more points on the board because it could be crucial later on in a low-scoring game like this.
I was a little surprised seeing that this was such a low-scoring first quarter. I mean, we talked about setting the pace early, and I mean, we're not really seeing that right now.
Yeah, definitely nothing much, but we are seeing a lot of physical plays. That is one of the factors of a defensive game, lots of physical, trying to take the ball from the other team.
Physicality is one of the better parts of basketball. You love to see those physical games. I mean, of course, you love to see those high-scoring games at action, but it's also, like an icing on the cake when you get a game that's as defensive as this.
It's fun to watch.
Clock winds down now. Ward has the ball in his hands. He's guarded by Oliveira. Over to Semanovic now. 15 left on the shot clock or the game clock in this first quarter. Back to Ward. They're just going to chew it. To end this first quarter, they give it to Barnett. Now over to Semanovic. 5 seconds now. He drives inside to the corner. Now to the wing. Barnett loses it. He's going to have to put a shot up. They call a travel there on Barnett.
That's unfortunate to see with 1 second left, but it actually shouldn't matter. You're just not going to see Warwick getting any more points.
Yeah, we'll see if the Warriors try to take, a desperation shot, but they're just going to throw it deep there, and that's going to close out this first quarter. They tried to get a full court pass there to get a quick shot, but that's not what happened. So that'll close out this first quarter with the Minisink Valley Warriors down 1-7 against the Warwick Valley Wildcats. Don't go away, folks, because we'll be right back with the second quarter.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
All right, we are back for our second quarter of varsity boys basketball. Bobby, how'd you feel about that first quarter?
Obviously a low-scoring game, as we keep saying. It looks like it's going to be a defensive one going into the second quarter, but honestly, you love to see that sometimes, a little change of pace as a basketball fan or a fan of Warwick or Minisink. It keeps it interesting.
You love an interesting game. The Warriors now on the offensive side. Lupkovich tips the pass, looking to get the steal, fight for the ball, and they're going to keep that they're going to give that to the Wildcats. I thought Ward had the last touch there, but I guess not.
Lupkovich used his ball tracking skills from football for that one. Looked like he was about a head top at DB.
Yeah, I mean, he's a quarterback, but he plays
sometimes.
He played some wide receiver too. I know ball. Ward now with the ball, now over to Samanovich. Screen set by Lupkovich. Corner three now for McAuliffe. No good. The Warriors come down with the rebound. Morosco's looking to work. Shot there by Oliveira. No good. Rebound there by Vreeland. He gets it, but the ball is stolen. Lupkovich looking to push the pace on a fast break, but he finds Barnett inside to Ward. Ward now looking to use his pivot foot and make the layup.
Another great techie shot there. The pivot foot and everything.
You got to make sure you use that pivot foot. The Warriors now looking to get back on the board. They only have 1 point. Barry now with the ball over to Oliveira. Now it's to Morosco. Now to Vreeland. Or that's not Vreeland. That is Galvin. Now over to Oliveira, guarded by Samanovich. He's looking to work inside. Risky pass there. Ward able to pick up the steal. It's over to Barnett inside to Samanovich. Didn't shoot the layup. Bad pass there by Samanovich. Barry was the one to pick it up, and he's going on the fast break looking to work. And he got the layup to finally put the Warriors' first field goal, 9-3 now with 6:29 remaining. The Wildcats now give it to McAuliffe, over to Ward. Now it's back to McAuliffe, corner now, Barnett. Back to McAuliffe, over to Ward. Back to McAuliffe, he decides to take it, no good. Over to Lupkovich, he got the offensive rebound. Now to Ward, now to Lupkovich in the corner. No good, side of the backboard. McAuliffe got the putback layup but didn't quite make it. Orozco on the rebound. Now over to Vreeland, he shoots it, and Vreeland makes the mid-range.
Great little catch and shoot there.
Lupkovich now over to McAuliffe. He gets the ball back now, 5:47 remaining. The Wildcats are up 9-5, clocking in for their 8-hour shift. Lupkovich to the corner to Ward. He decides to take the three. No good. Got another offensive rebound, though. Now over to Samanovich. Cross court to Ward for another three. Bang! For the first three of the night.
That was an open shot there, but it's never guaranteed, obviously, from three. It's a great way to put that in the basket.
Oliveira drives for the layup and is blocked by Lupkovich, but they're going to call a foul.
You see the foul, but that was a pretty cool play. Just didn't result the way you would want it to.
I don't think they're going to call that foul directly on Lupkovich. I think, you have two defenders there, so you're going to have double contact being made. And, I mean, that was a message sent by Lupkovich on that block.
In this game, low scoring. Obviously, Minisink hasn't had too many field goals in. You really do need to see these free throws go in if you want a chance in this game.
Oliveira missed the first free throw to keep the game 12-5. .5:19 remaining left in this first half. Oliveira getting ready for his second free throw. He's got nice hair. Second free throw now. It's good by Oliveira. Bit of contact there on the fighting for the rebound. So let's see how the Wildcats respond on offense. Luciaga over to Perez. Pass tipped there by Galvin, but it stays with the Wildcats.
Good defensive play by Galvin, but did just go right out of bounds, so it doesn't really matter. Same situation here.
They just throw it back court over to Ward. Now over to Barnett. Barnett got a little hurt there on the fight for the rebound on the free throw, but they give it back to Ward. Inside or corner now to Costco, the three, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Costco got it back, and he's going to take the layup and make the layup.
Another good, 1 or 2 dribble, put it up no matter what. Shots, physical shots.
4:43 remaining. Ward tried to fight there on the inbound. 8-point game. Air ball there by the Warriors, and it's going to stay with them. It looks like one of the Wildcats made contact.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did hit off of Warwick as they were trying to make a block on it.
Galvin now on the inbound. Just throws it up high, and it is caught. Sounds like football, but Morosco throws it to the corner. 3 made there by Galvin. Good shot. Perez now with the ball. Over to Ward. Back to Perez. Now back to Ward. He's looking to make his move, and he's looking to drive inside. Back to Perez. Now over to Luciaga. Luciaga pass fakes. Looking to find Barnett inside, but couldn't quite find him. Good steal there by the Warriors. Morosco now running the point guard. Morosco takes the pull-up midi. No good. 14-9 with 4 minutes left in this first half. Luciaga passes the ball over to Perez now. Loses it a little bit, but is able to regain control. Over to Barnett in the corner. Pump fake. Now back to Perez. Over to Luciaga. The 3. Bang! A good shot by Luciaga.
Great shot by Luciaga there.
To make it back to an 8-point game with the Wildcats up. 3:36 left in this second quarter. Inside drive there by Oliveira. He makes the layup. Better basketball on both sides now. Pushing the paces of the Wildcats. Luciaga driving inside the floater. Couldn't get it. Fight for the rebound, but Morosco was able to come down with it. Looking to make a behind the back move. Ward's fighting for it, and they're going to give it to the Wildcats.
Pretty lucky there, to say the least, for Warwick to get that ball, because it didn't really look like they deserved it. It just went out of bounds in their favor.
I mean, yeah, they could have called a foul, stuff like that. But it looked like it did tip off of, the Warriors. Perez is going to be inbounding it, though. Over to Semanovic. Now back to Perez. Over to Semanovic again. Back to Perez. Back to Semanovic, pump faking. Now to Costco at the top of the key. The 3, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Lupkovic trying to haul it in, and they're going to give it to the Warriors.
That shot by Costco there, it was a good look, a good shot selection. It's just not always going to go in.
I mean, yeah, it's not going to go in all the time, but he could still make those, and that's the perk of having someone like Costco, who's 6'5" and still a good shooter. The Warriors now driving inside. Oliveira tried to get the foul call there. Nothing, though. Luciaga floating it up. A wide open fast. Now inside to Lupkovic. I thought McAuliffe had the wide open fast break, but he assisted it over to Lupkovic for the layup.
Yeah, that was good awareness to find Lupkovic more open than he was to get the shot off.
Driving inside the Warriors over to Galvin. Galvin made a 3, and he almost made another one. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to keep it with the Warriors.
Both teams trying to get the rebound. Definitely Warwick doesn't want to give the Warriors another chance at points, but unfortunately no team got it. Went out of bounds, hit off Warwick last, and now the Warriors are going to get a chance to get some points out of it.
2:24 left in this first half. Warwick up 8. The ball over to Downing. Now back to Oliveira. Guarded by Semanovic. Corner now to Morosco. Ball stolen there by Lupkovic. Good defensive effort to Semanovic on the fast break. He made the layup. Another assist for Lupkovic and another score for Warwick as another timeout's called.
Was that Minisink with the timeout, or?
I would have to assume so. Warwick is on a bit of a run, and we talked about momentum, and you don't want to kill that momentum if you're Warwick, so Minisink is just going to try and ice them, I guess.
In a game like this where your offense really hasn't been that great, even though they are starting to pick it up here, you really can't let the other team get away to a big lead, because you can't expect your offense to be able to match that. So you got to try to get your guys to lock in on defense with all that physicality we've been talking about to keep the points for the other team as low as possible. But as I did say, Minisink is starting to get some shots in the basket now.
Both teams are starting to get the ball in the basket, really. I mean, the score was, what, 7-1 at the end of the first, and now it's 21-11. So both teams, you know, I mean, Warwick just played yesterday, so maybe they were trying to get back into that energized role, and that's exactly what they did in the second quarter. They shook off the rust.
Both teams have been seeing the looks, the open shots. They just, especially in the first quarter, they just weren't falling, but now they are starting to fall.
That's exactly what you hope for in games like this. Free ball there. Lupkovich coming down with it, looking to drive inside. He takes the, I guess you call that a floater. He didn't make it, though. Barry now with the ball over to Iannuzzi. Now to Oliveira. Screen set there by Barry. A good screen guarded by Costco, and it looks like Oliveira just loses the ball, and they're going to give it to the Wildcats.
Great defense by Costco. It looked like he kind of like built a wall. Hard for a person to dribble through that and lost possession.
He is very strong. Samanovich now has the ball. Lupkovich on the block. Trying to find someone now because he's being double teamed, and he floats it up to Samanovich, who calls it in. Good play there by the Warriors, but they couldn't quite haul in the ball. Lupkovich now has it. Good pass there to the corner to free up some space. Now over to Samanovich. Working inside, now to the corner to McAuliffe for a three. It's good. A good three by McAuliffe to make it a 13-point game with 1:16 left in this first half. Good defensive pressure. Lupkovich with another steal. I think he's got like 4. Now inside to Samanovich. Over to McAuliffe, who just hit a 3. Now to Luciaga, thought about shooting it. Now to McAuliffe in the corner. It's good from the other side. McAuliffe with another 3.
I like how McAuliffe saw the open shot and kind of took his time with it because he knew that he had the time, and it resulted in a great shot.
That's the definition of a corner specialist. Hit it from both sides. Steal there by Samanovich. Wide open, fast break. Hard foul there by Oliveira. Did not want Samanovich to score.
Looks like he might be in some pain after that hard hit. He's going to try to shake it off.
I mean, you know, that's not something you really like to see in basketball. I mean, that was pretty intentional. It didn't seem like he was really going for the block there, kind of just trying to stop the shot from happening. But the refs, no flagrant. You know, I don't think they do flagrants in the high school level, but it still results in free throws for Samanovich. So you know, you love to see that.
And even though he might be a little shaken up, he is going through his routine.
Misses the first one, but it was, you know, pretty close.
Yeah, that one didn't go in, but hopefully he could just shake that off too and just try to make the next one.
46.1 remaining left in this first half. The Wildcats up 16. We'll see if Samanovich could extend that to a 17-point lead. And that's exactly what he does, making the second free throw.
Great composure from Samanovich there.
Iannuzzi with the ball now, guarded by McAuliffe. Shot and game clock ticking down, so the Warriors are going to have to try to get something, and it looked like the intended pass didn't go their way, but good effort there by Karumsky. The shot there, no good. Fight for the rebound, almost went in. Iannuzzi got it. He gives it over to, that's Morosco, high fly ball to the corner. No dip 3 there. Downing couldn't haul it in. 20 seconds remaining now. Samanovich on the fast break, loses the ball. It's stolen there by Karumsky. He's looking to push the pace now, and that looks like that ball is going the Wildcat way.
Yeah, on the fast break, you're trying to, obviously, it's in the name, try to go fast, but if you're Minisink in that situation, you got to try to just remember the basics and just complete a pass, and just couldn't do that there, got a little ahead of himself.
6 seconds left. Costco to Luciaga, to the corner to McAuliffe, now to 2, down to 1. Luciaga to end the first half. He knocks down the 3. A big shot there by Luciaga, making it a 20-point game to end this first half. Don't go away, folks, because we'll be right back with the second half of basketball.
Oh, hi. I suppose you're wondering what an A-list celebrity like me is doing in a place like this. You must know, I'm saving the world. Oh, hi, Beth. Yep, saving the world again. Did you know that 40% of all the food produced in the United States is thrown away? That means everything that went into that food, The pesticides, the water, the land was all for nothing. Just look at this perfectly good food thrown in the trash. The pizza with extra Cheerios. These goldfish and Band-Aid tacos. And just look at this perfect trash burger. This pasta dog looks delicious.
You don't have to dumpster dive like Ed Begley Jr. to save the planet. Fight food waste by shopping smart and using what you buy before it gets trashed.
That's way better. Ooh, arugula.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for this second half of Section 9 varsity boys basketball. I'm Landon Komorski, and joining me, of course, is Bobby Mosier. Bobby, how did you feel about that first half?
In the first quarter, it was obviously defensive, slow going, but in that second quarter, Warwick and Minisink are really started picking it up, and that buzzer beater at the end from Luciaga is a great way to get momentum to go into this next quarter.
Before we kick off this second half, you want to take a quick look at our Section 9 standings. Right now, Warwick is in 5th place, and first place is Goshen, second place is Valley Central, third place is Washingtonville, fourth place is Cornwall, fifth place is Warwick, and sixth place is Monticello, and seventh place is Minisink. So an opportunity to win here tonight for Warwick. They would improve to 3 and 4 on the in the league, in the division, and they would take over Cornwall. So with the second half, as we have started with Simanovic starting with the ball, giving it to Costco now over to McAuliffe, back to Simanovic, over to Luciaga. 16 on the shot clock to the corner. Simanovic a 3, no good. Rebound there by Barry. The Warriors now looking to push the pace. You know, down 20, they got to get some sort of offense going. Ball now given to Brown, looking to work inside. Good shot there and good make there by Brown.
That's a good way to get it started if you're on Minisink. They got 1 point in the first quarter, 10 in the second. If they could get 20 in the third, maybe they'd be in a good spot.
Hey, man, Warwick scored like 24 in the second, so it's definitely possible. Luciaga now over to McAuliffe to the corner, driving out to the wing, now to the corner. Costco taking the mid-range, no good. Good fight for the rebound, and Barry came down with it but gives it over to Brown. Cheers for the defense coming from the bench, and that's what they almost got there as Simanovic almost got the steal. Brown looking to get some sort of pass, and he gets it to Morosco, now over to Downing. Morosco driving to the wing. It's good. A good shot there by Iannuzzi.
Iannuzzi, like I said earlier, Iannuzzi there taking his time because he saw the wide open shot, and you're always have a better chance to make it when you could take your time.
Luciaga worked inside there, couldn't quite make the layup, but he did get the foul. You know, something I'm noticing that I really haven't seen is, you know, usually in these free throws, you see at least one player go up to the coach. But right now we're seeing everyone go up to the coach, everyone on the Warwick side. Luciaga making the first free throw. They get into their, you know, free throw set, like, on the second shot. I've never seen that before.
I guess because you don't have to worry about getting a rebound on the first one.
I guess Luciaga makes the second free throw, though. 33-16, 6:15 in this third quarter. Brown driving inside, but the ball got stolen there by Simanovic. High ball to Lupkovich driving inside, making the layup.
You saw Lupkovich with the defenders in his face try to get as close to that basket as possible vertically, and he just basically tossed it in.
The Warriors now looking to get some more points on the board. Already got 5 to start this quarter. Brown now with the ball, taking the 3. No good.
Little too deep there.
McAuliffe now looking to run the point guard. Over to Lupkovich, cross court to Luciaga, down low. Now back to Costco, and he makes the layup.
You don't normally see like cross-court passes in basketball, but that time it did work out to keep the defense on their feet.
You know, high risk, high reward situation there for the Wildcats, and they did get the reward. Look at that pressure by Lupkovich. Just really locked in face, but Morosco trying to make the layup, but Costco unfortunately fouled them. Those are 2 endings that end in SCO. It's a pretty good coincidence.
Looked to me that Costco really just had his hands up. It didn't really look like he went into slapping, but I guess the ref didn't have a great angle of it, or Costco did something I didn't see and got the foul.
Morosco now the first free throw. No good. Well, in basketball, you kind of get taught to, just keep your hands up instead of, kind of push them in, because then you're risking more of a foul call. And unfortunately there, it looks like Costco put his hands in a little too much. Morosco, the second free throw. It's good to make it a 20-point game with the Wildcats up 37-17 with 5:11 left in this third quarter. McAuliffe now over to Lupkovic. Lupkovic looking to drive inside, but got the good inside pass and the foul. Samanovic is going to the line.
Savanovic looked like to me could have had that basket after the pump fake, a great pump fake, but the foul did kind of force him to miss because can't make it if you're getting grabbed on.
Yeah. Bit of a free throw off in this third quarter. Samanovic makes the first one. The Wildcats doing some substitutions. Barnett comes in.
Seems like to me Warwick has done a better job with these free throws here tonight, and that probably has helped them get out to this big lead.
Stamanovic, second free throw. No good. Offensive rebound there by Lufkovich, though. Inside the Costco, working in the post. Couldn't quite haul down the floater. Barry got the rebound, though, but he trips on himself, so Lufkovich gets credited for the steal, and he gets the layup.
Great heads-up play by Lubkovic to just take that ball. It was right in front of him, goes and makes that layup.
Brown, the one with the ball now, shakes Lubkovic and just passes over to Iannuzzi. Morosco looking to do some work here, guarded by Barnett. Now back to Brown. 4:25 left on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock. He shoots it. No good. Good offensive rebound there by Barry, looking to work against Costco. The block there by Costco, and it's staying with the Warriors.
Unfortunate there to see for Warwick. That was good defense, just went out of bounds on them.
Lupkovic coming out of the game now. Miller coming in. Inbound play there. The Warriors get it off to Iannuzzi, but give it back to Brown. Working now is Iannuzzi, the mid-range. A lot of air there, couldn't quite hit the rim. Luciaga, though, cross-court down to Samanovic. I forgot his name for a second, but he was able to make the layup to make it 42-17 with 3:50 left. Oh, good steal there by Costco. Inside the bar net, the layup, no good, fighting for the rebound, but they're going to, I guess, get it to the other side.
Don't really know what happened there, but Minisink now with the ball. Unfortunate because Warwick looked like they could have got some basically free points off of the takeaway.
Good pass there to Morosco, who was originally inbounding. They want him to run the offense. He was guarded by Gene, who just subbed in. Now it's over to Brown. Brown trying to get the drive into the corner, but I think they're going to give that an out-of-bounds call.
You saw him trying to tiptoe his way to stay in bounds, but
no, they're gonna give Miller the push there. They're gonna give him the foul.
So the tiptoeing did work out.
I guess so. Morosco on the inbound, just floats it up to Brown, who's guarded by Barnett. 3:30 left in this third quarter. Over to Morosco now, who's guarded by Gene. Luciaga tried to get a hand on the steal. Good Euro step move there by Morosco, and he makes the layup.
Great play there with the Euro step, like you said.
Luciaga pushes the pace, gets the layup, plus the foul.
On a play like that, Luciaga, I wouldn't have been surprised if he, trying to go fast, just forgot to set his feet and shoot the layup. I don't know if that was the right tense there, English. But, like I said, great play of Luciaga to slow down and just make the shot because, as we know, a layup is a layup.
Sure, if you talk about it with your English teacher, She'll tell you whether that was right or not. I don't know. But Luciaga looking to capitalize the and one, makes the free throw to make it 45-19 with 3:16 left in this third quarter. I think we're seeing the first appearance of Alexander Pierce here, the guard. Morosco now looking to run the offense. Over to Brown in the corner. He thought about shooting it inside to Barry. Big Joe Rourke in the game now. Over corner now to Downing, but it's back to Oliveira. He loses the ball, fight for it. Miller got the steal. Barnett's got the fast break. Good pump fake there, and he's going to get the foul. He just couldn't get the layup up in time.
Yeah, again with the pivot foot, it looked like he tried to get it onto. Moved too much, couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, so they're going to call that a reach-in foul and not a shooting foul. So Barnett won't get any free throws, but they do get an inbound with Jean, the one on the inbound. Over to Miller in the corner. He shoots it. He makes it. Nothing but nylon on that shot.
That was a great shot. It wasn't too heavily guarded, but it wasn't too open either. That was a great shot.
Morosco back up, bringing the ball, but the Warriors are going to call a timeout there.
Yeah, definitely. If you're the coach of Minisink, you definitely want to talk to your guys and try to get them to do what they did in that second quarter, because in the third quarter, they've only had 8 points. So they definitely want to try to get a lot more points to keep up with this, should I say, deadly Warwick squad right now.
This is probably the best performance I've seen by Warwick. I mean, I haven't been to many games. Most of them I think the only one I've been to I have commentated. We have commentated. So I haven't been to many, but they did win that one. So, you know, we are a good luck charm. But, you know, to kind of piggyback off what you said, I mean, Minisink scored 10 points in the second quarter because at the end of the first, they only had 1. At the end of the first half, they had 11. So they scored 10 points, and they're on pace for that. They have 8, and they have 2:41 left. So I would imagine they match that, or hopefully they score more. But they are down by a hefty margin right now.
Definitely.
29. I just did the mental math.
Quick math. We're talking to my English teacher and your math teacher. Doing pretty good.
Miss Howard taught me pretty well. .241 left in the third, 27 on the the shot clock. That was a bit of a thinker. Morosco doing the inbounding here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he got the ball right back. But Oliveira wants to keep it for himself. He's guarded by Pierce. Good play on the ball there by Barnett. Couldn't get the steal, but he forced Brown to go back court. Another good defensive effort by Barnett. Brown picked up the ball too early. Miller got the steal. Oliveira's swinging. That was a foul on him. It looked like he, you know, tried to make the effort on the ball, but, I mean, I think his arm went a little too high there.
To me, it looked like he was pushing him out of bounds.
Yeah, which is, you don't want to push anyone.
Definitely.
Never want to push anyone.
Definitely not.
So that's going to result in free throws for Miller because Minisink is over the limit right now.
Especially if you're not playing great on offense, you really don't want to be getting this many fouls on defense. If you're not playing well on offense, you at least want to see a great defensive play. But
Miller missed the first free throw. The next made free throw would make this a 30-point game. 2:21 in the third quarter.
let's see it.
Second free throw, no good. I think they're going to call a violation there, probably on Warwick. 48-19, though, it remains.
Still 29 points.
Still really good math by the both of us.
Yeah, I'm just piggybacking off what you said. There hasn't been any points since last time.
Brown now with the ball. Tip ball there. Barnett able to get the steal. He's working inside. Rough landing there for him, but he's going to get 2 free throws.
Pretty acrobatic, but at least he's going to get free throws out of it, and it doesn't look like he's too hurt. Going back to the steal, you know what? Sometimes when the ball is going out of bounds and you know that it's going to be your team's ball, sometimes you're coached to just let it go out of bounds. But that time, he saw that he was going to be able to get, you know, an opportunity to score off of it. So he took the chance, like you were saying earlier, high risk, high reward. And it worked out to get possession. He didn't get the points. He did get the free throws. Those didn't work out either, unfortunately.
Yeah, Barnett misses both free throws, and they're going to call a foul on him now. Rough stretch for him over the last couple seconds.
Got to keep it real sometimes. But, you know, he'll just lock in, try to shake it off.
That's pretty much the most you can do here. Brown, though, with the ball,
Just
guarded by Barnett.
Can't overthink it.
Over to Morosco now. Screen set. Miller now working on the defensive end. A good layup there, just couldn't quite make it. Gene now has the ball. Over to Pierce now. Looks like they're calling a play here. Trying to get around the zone. Over to Miller now. Now over to Gene. To the corner. Barnett pump fakes, looking to drive inside. Loses the ball there. Ball picked up by the Warriors. Brown looking to score here in transition 3. No good. Miller gets it though. 1:15 left. Barnett now with the ball. Barnett trying to work inside, and they're going to give that to the Warriors. I think they called a carry or something.
Yeah, something of that sort, definitely. Bit of a stoppage of play there.
Perez coming in the game, though. They stopped it probably just for the subs.
For the subs, yeah.
Brown now has it. Morosco with it now. Takes the mid-range, no good. Fight for the rebound. Gene was able to get it, though. Now Gene looking to take it for himself, but he's trapped by the zone, so he's going to have to pass it. And he does over to Perez. Ref was in the middle of that there. 42 seconds left. Over to the corner. Gene with the 3. No good. Good rebound there by Miller. Couldn't quite get it down, though, so the Warriors get it. And Rourke is going to be calling the foul there, but helps the guy up.
Yeah, like you said, Miller just couldn't fully haul it in, but I think we all saw that vision. That was a great physical effort there for Miller.
Galvin's going to be shooting the free throws now. First one's up. No good. The second one's up. No good. Miller fighting for the rebound, hauls it in. Over to Perez now. 30 seconds left in the third. Corner shot by Barnett. No good. Good rebound there by Moda. Now over to Morosco. Trying to fight through Gene, but he's just not letting him go. Vreeland now with the ball. Down low to Mata. Backdoor pass. Couldn't quite get it, so I think it's staying with the Warriors.
Yeah, he was trying to get that pass off to his teammate, and it just hit off a Warwick defender, but nothing bad happened with it. It just hit off of his back or something like that.
13 left. Quick shot there by Brown. Couldn't get it, so I think they're calling a foul. That was such a fast shot, like, I couldn't even tell what was going on.
Like a catch and shoot, kind of.
Except it's a layup, hook shot thing.
Yeah.
Brown, the first free throw, no good.
We haven't seen a ton of made free throws tonight, especially from Minisink. That's not great, especially when you're losing by this much basically going into the fourth quarter.
And it's free points. They just missed another one. 10 seconds left now in the third. Over to Barnett now. Barnett looking to work. Finds the cutter. It's Perez. Back to Barnett now. They have to get the shot up to 3. No good. So with that being said, that'll put an end to this third quarter. The Wildcats absolutely running away with this game, 48-19. Don't go away, folks, because the fourth quarter of basketball will be right up.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back getting ready for this final quarter of Section 9 varsity basketball. I'm Landon Komorski. Joining me is Bobby Moser. Bobby, I don't want this game to end. How about you?
Yeah, especially as a guy who goes to Warwick and a Warwick fan, it's great to see this kind of a dominating performance. Again, got to talk to my English teacher.
The inbound there by Galvin couldn't, did a lot of movement there, but he was able to complete the pass. Brown now looking to work against Pierce. Working inside. Are they going to call that on the ground or are they going to count that? They're not going to count that. Oh, I think they are.
Ooh.
And one.
What a shot then.
I mean, he has to make the free throw. I think he's missed his last 4. So we'll see if he actually knocks it down. And he knocks it down, making it an and one. If he missed, it would have been an and none.
That was tough.
Thank you. I didn't come up with it. Perez now, guarded by Brown. Looking to work his way inside. Tried to find Miller there, but Gene was able to recover it to the corner to Pierce. Now back to Gene, attacking this 2-3 zone. Perez almost lost the ball there. That could have been a backcourt. Going right into the zone. Inside now to Miller. The layup, I think they're going to call that a foul. Miller, the first free throw now. He knocks it down. I feel like this is the first time Warwick scored in like 5 minutes. It's been a while.
Has been a while.
But, you're up by so much, there's always room for error.
Yeah, when they're not playing too well on offense, it doesn't really matter because they're playing great on defense.
It looks like Miller missed a free throw, but it looks like it was tipped by the Warriors, so it's going to stay with the Wildcats. Perez now on the inbound, scanning the court, finds Miller in the corner. He takes the pull-up mid-range. He makes the pull-up mid-range. A good shot there by Miller to make it 51-22 with 7:15 left in the game. Brown now with the ball. Pierce fighting for it, almost got the steal. Now Brown working inside and made the shot over the 6'5" Joe Rourke.
Great mechanics there.
Perez now over to Pierce. Pierce back to Perez. Stayed in bounds there. A bit of a toe tap. Cross court to Miller. The 3. No good. Rebound there by Vreeland. Back to over to Brown now. So looks like the Warriors going to try to get some good offense going. Over to the corner now to Galvin. Galvin fighting with Perez for the ball. Pierce making a good effort on the jump ball. They're going to give that to the Wildcats.
Whenever you see the ball like that right in front of you, even if it's in the other guy's hands, it's never a bad idea to just throw your hands out to try to take it, and that time it got them the ball.
Pierce to Perez, so Perez is going to run the point guard here. Pierce pump faking, finding Miller inside. Now back to Perez. Bad pass there by Perez, picked up by Brown. Foul there on the layup by Perez. Did not want Brown to get the easy layup.
Yeah, that's not a bad trait. Never want to give up easy points. And now he's going to have chance at easy points, but
Brown been at the free throw line a bunch in this second half, and he misses the first one.
yeah, they're just not falling. At this point, it doesn't matter as much, but you still want to make your free throws to give your chance any chance to come, to give your team any chance to come back.
We saw Gene come out for Samanovich. That's one of the subs. Second free throw by Brown. It's good to make it 51-25 with 6:17 left in this game. Perez now loses the ball there. They're going to keep that with the Wildcats, though. Perez over to Samanovich. Fakes the handoff there. Inside to Miller. He's probably going to work in the post here, or maybe attack the zone. Over to Perez at the top. Perez working his way inside to the corner to Miller. The pull-up midi, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and it's going to go to the Warriors.
It's happened a lot tonight. These guys are just fighting for the rebound, and none of them get it. It just goes out of bounds.
Brown got the pass off the inbound. Inbounded by Valentine. Brown takes a three. No good. A bit of a heat check there. Fighting for it. Samanovich fell there. Trying to probably sell the foul, but Galvin shows the good sportsmanship.
Hey, why not?
Samanovich now on the inbound. Perez bringing it up. 5:35 left in this game. Samanovich gets the inbound. Screen set by Rourke, but I think that was a moving screen.
It was a nice spin move, though.
Could have resulted in some points, but once you set the screen, you got to stay still.
Would have been a well-executed play. But it wasn't.
Brown now bringing the ball up. Screen set there by Mota. Working his way inside, making the layup.
The defense thought he was going to go slow, so he went fast, and it worked out.
Miller attacked the basket quick, couldn't get it, and that was Valentine there on the foul. I mean, he just grabbed Rourke's whole arm. That was not
allowed.
Not allowed. That is a great way to put it, Bobby.
Definitely not allowed.
Rourke, the first free throw. No good. Ball almost came to us, but thankfully our cameraman saved it. That would have been bad. Rourke, the second free throw. No good. Samanovich gets the rebound, though. Over to Barnett in the wing. Thought about shooting, but gave it up to Miller in the corner. Now back to Barnett. Over to Samanovich now. He takes the pull-up midi. He makes the pull-up midi. A good shot.
Whenever you see a swish, it's always just so beautiful. It's like a work of art almost.
It's so satisfying.
Just love watching it.
4:50 left in this game now. Brown looking to take it to Barnett. Good pass there. Found two offensive players inside to Mota. Good defensive play there by Rourke, just sticking his hands up. And that's going to result in a turnover for the Warriors. Gene coming back in the game now.
Yeah, like I said earlier with Costco, there he made a wall. When you see your teammate like Costco doing things, it's never a bad idea to do what he does. Definitely worked out that time.
Samanovich cross court to Barnett now. Over to Gene at the top of the key. To the corner to Miller. Miller takes it. Miller makes it. Nothing but net on that shot.
With a nice little fake. Went up for it.
Brown now with the ball. Lost his balance there, but found that is Galvin in the corner. Now back to Brown, who's in the same corner. Sidestep threes. Oh, I thought that was going to go in there. Slap there on the rebound. So Samanovich got the rebound, but he also got the foul too.
And if the whistle wasn't blown there at the end, Warwick would have had a wide open layup. Now they're just going to get it from the start again.
Yeah, nice little inbound. You love to see it.
You can't complain having the ball. 4 minutes left, up a lot.
Wildcats have it pretty good right now.
Definitely.
Samanovich over to Miller, now to Gene. Over to Barnett in the corner. He takes it. No good. Good rebound there by Brown. No one around him, but he still made sure to fight for it. To the corner to Galvin. Now back to Brown in the same corner. Good defensive play there by Simonovic, but just couldn't get the steal.
Savanovic with a, like you said, great play, punching it out. But when you do that sometimes, the ball just goes right back to the other team, unfortunately.
Galvin now on the inbound. Over to Vreeland, guarded by Miller. He takes the pull-up midi, and he knocks it down. 56-29 with 3:23 left in this game. Gene now with the ball. Found Barnett at the top of the key. Faked the handoff to Gene. He picked up his dribble a little too early, but he found Rourke inside to the corner to McAuliffe. Now to Gene. Back to Barnett driving inside. Good move there by Barnett. Couldn't knock it down though, but Rourke got the rebound. Tried to find McAuliffe there on maybe, like a catch and shoot three, but a little too far.
Yeah, it was a good rebound, just couldn't follow it up with a great pass.
2:55 left in this game. It's going to be hard, very hard, for the Warriors to come back. Brown, though, guarded by McAuliffe and blew by him pretty good. Got the ball back now. He's guarded by Gene. Another screen set, another three taken, and no good. Gene just going to let it go out of bounds. Smart move.
Yeah, definitely a heads-up play to not try to grab that ball right in front of you. Just let it go out.
Perez now has the ball, starting point guard. Over to Miller. Now to Gene. Corner to McAuliffe. Takes the three. No good there. A little too long, but still hit rim. Perez now fought his way out of it. Found Gene. Now back to McAuliffe in the corner. Pump fake. Now to Gene. 2:15 left on the shot clock. 23 on the game clock. Miller to McAuliffe. Found Gene in the corner. Now back to McAuliffe. Over to Miller. Game clock still winding down. Finds McAuliffe to Gene in the corner. He takes the three. No good there. Too long. Galvin now working. Found Vreeland. Now back to Galvin. They're going to call a travel there on him.
Yeah, he tried to turn around and get a pass off, but Warwick was kind of holding him down a little bit, so he couldn't turn around fast enough, and he got the travel.
Perez now has the ball. Now to McAuliffe, back to Gene in the same corner he wasn't earlier. McAuliffe takes a deep three, just rims out there, but Perez got the rebound. Now to Miller, over to Gene. Back to Miller on the wing. Miller driving inside, acrobatic layup, couldn't get it. Rourke on the putback, no good. Miller gets it now, over to Gene at the top of the key. Gene looking to work inside, good jump shot, and he got the foul.
He ran into like 2 or 3 defenders. I think he might have known that he was going to get a foul there. So he kind of just hucked up a shot.
You know, for me, I'm not the most athletic guy. I can't jump necessarily high. So when you take those, high jumps like that, I kind of get worried because I worry about where you're going to fall. But Gene, on the first free throw, he got the lucky bounce, so he gets his first points of the night, 57-29 with 1:09 remaining. Second free throw there by Gene. Couldn't get the lucky bounce that time. Now Brown gets the rebound, and he's looking to slow it down here.
They just want to end this game and go home.
I would too. Brown, but he takes the double contested
Maybe not.
pull-up mini, and he makes it. I mean, wow. Where was that all game for Minisink? Perez, though, probably just going to chew the clock here. I mean, game's in your hands. Gene, though, not willing to go home just yet. A nice layup and a good make there by Micah Gene.
He wants to get some more points on the board for himself to go into the next game with some momentum, like I always say.
That was a great finish. Vreeland, good pump fake, good three, no good. Rebound there by McAuliffe, 25 left. And you see Perez just slowing down. And I think that will close out this ball game.
And I think they'll let him. They will.
Absolutely thunderous win by the Wildcats. So as things stand right now, this means that the Wildcats will take over Cornwall for 4th place in the standings. But that will close out this game, 59-31 with the Wildcats winning. Don't go away, folks, because we'll be back with our post-game interview.
You know, I just don't get it. Seems like nothing's getting better in this world, but I post really eye-opening stuff like every day.
I know, you do. I do too. BT Dubs, I just retweeted that article you shared.
Which one?
I think it had a picture of a baby panda in it.
Thank you.
Feels like you're doing everything you can to help the world, huh?
Yeah.
Well, now there's a way to do more. It's called actually doing something.
You mean like responding to commenters?
No, that's not actually doing anything.
No, he means being an ally and changing your profile picture.
No, I don't.
Oh, you mean like unfriending people I disagree with?
No.
Oh, you mean like taking an online poll? I'm doing that right now. Undecided.
No, that's not
What
what
are you talking about then?
I'm talking about. You're not even listening.
I'm sorry. I'm signing this online petition, and you know that's actually doing something. So.
Not exactly. No, that's not.
So is this like a hashtag thing, or is there an app for this?
What? No! You just have to actually do something. What the
Oh, wasn't that article amazing?
I didn't actually finish it.
Oh, I didn't read it. I just meant the headline. It was like, whoa.
Totally.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our post-game interview. The Wildcats dominated. I'm joined by Coach Mackey. Coach, you guys had 7 points in the first quarter, but ended the game with 59. What did you say in between the game to get them to score so much?
We said early on, like, as long as we defend, we know our offense will wake up. Sometimes when teams play zone, you rely too much on the three. I felt like after we got the ball into the paint, landed on 2 feet, ball started going in, our defense turns into offense, and we got it rolling a little bit.
Thank you, Coach. Moving on. A lot of physicality there in the game, but Sean Perez, how did you recover from that physicality? I mean, that was a lot of fouls.
We're physical in practice. We always foul each other. No calls ever go through, but we just got to be a bigger guy. We can't let the fouls get to us. Got to play through the contact. Everyone's going to try to play dirty. We're a good team. We're very physical, but everyone's going to try to out-physical us. But, we just got to play through contact. Can't let it get to our heads.
With that game, you guys now move up to 4th place in the standings. Do you think you can, beat teams like Goshen and Cornwall to, move up to that 1st place?
Yeah, we're not worried about anyone in the section. We believe we're the best team all around, defense, offense. I know other teams are very afraid to play us, and they don't want to see us in the playoffs.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Moving on, Bobby Mosier. Bobby, how'd you feel about the game?
This was a very important game because, as you said, Warwick is now ahead of Cornwall in the standings, and that is huge. You could take this game away and move on to the next game with this game as momentum. I think that's huge in basketball.
This is a pretty huge game. Again, the final score to close out this game, 59-31, with the Wildcats winning. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.